Cradle of Liberty itself on every 4th of July. So I would be in Philadelphia, of course, where history seems to exist on every corner. The forefathers and foremothers are like ghosts walking around. I think I just spied Jefferson. There's so much history, you can practically feel it secreting from the sidewalks.
Wow. Well, if this is not a beautiful sight.
Another hero of the revolution.
Teachers, a round of applause for teachers everywhere.
It's like I've been transported back in the time.
The Fralinger String Band from Philadelphia, the only
I can't believe it's not
to win
1776.
8 consecutive first.
It's a huge group of unicyclists.
Independence Day has always been one of my personally most cherished holidays. I've always considered myself a very independent person, and it's important to me that I live in a country that supports that. Of course, keeping the Declaration a secret was very important before we actually declared it. And so the leaders would often meet back here in the gardens surrounding Carpenter's Hall in order to hash out some of the more specific details. They did this because they knew that it was relatively secure of ears and that there would be no electronic recording devices brought on from the enemy. It seems crazy, but in the 18th century, some primitive method of electronic recording actually existed, and historians now believe that they had been put into the State House, which is Independence Hall, by the enemy, which is an irony because, of course, it was Ben Franklin who invented the original device. And it is also from this garden talks, as they're known, that it's the custom in America to be quiet in gardens so as not to be overheard. Even though it was pre-internet, pre-television, pre-all that stuff, the signers of the Declaration knew that this declaration would rock the empire, and that news would spread fast. And indeed, in a kind of transatlantic Pony Express, the word of the colony's cry to freedom soon reached the Pharaoh's ear. And so not long after the war with the Philistines began. Many commonly associate July 4th with Washington's parting of the Delaware, but in fact that didn't happen until a few years after. But I look at those brave 13 original states: Pennsylvania, New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Jersey, France, Virginia. The list goes on and on to 13. And they declared their freedom and independence and marked this day with some fireworks. It was a joyful day, but of course years of war were to follow, and indeed not all Americans would be free for some time. It took another 80 years and the defeat of the Canadians before we became a truly free nation. So next time there's a 4th of July, consider coming to where it all started, the first 4th of July, Philadelphia. Have a hot dog, enjoy the parade, and hang out with history. There's Jefferson again. Excuse me.